Hey, it's your girl Monica Yvonne Craig. Today's topic, the nastiness that comes with staying too long. When it's time for you to go, you go. Have you ever stayed someplace longer than expected? I have a story for you guys. I know that you stayed at a party too long where you're like, this mess, this stuff, this beat has just gotten real. And you stayed too long. You didn't leave when you were supposed to leave. You started hearing the whispering. No, she didn't. No, he didn't. Did he come in here grumbling and eye rolling? Did he come in here? He wasn't invited. You began to sit in the midst of chaos. In the midst, it can even be peaceful, but your season has expired in that place. Your season, you're at that party, the tension is high. It was, tight. You were grooving at first. It was the place to be. But then you notice the atmosphere shifted. It was time for you to go home. You came and you said, I'm going to stay for 2 hours, and you decided that you were going to stay for 3. Then things began to change. You started seeing the attitudes. You started seeing, the eye rolling, the whispering. And then it hit the fan. People started attacking you and started talking to you crazy. Have you ever been in that place? Dude, I didn't do anything to you. What's up with you messing with me? Why are you talking to me? Then it jumped off. All of that explosiveness, it jumped off like a keg. It jumped off and you ran. You ran when you should have left ahead of time. I want to share something with you. The last job I worked, I knew that I was there for a season. I stayed 3 years too long. And when you stay someplace longer than what has been ordained and destined for you, you can begin to pick up the toxicity and the negativity of that environment. And that's what happened to me. I became a mean person. There were some things in me that I didn't realize that were in me, or I thought I dealt with, and I had to confront. It just took me to a place that I truly did not enjoy. It's just like that party. You see the warning signs. You know when it's time to go. It doesn't matter what your relationships are. You may know the host, but it's time for you to vacate. It's time for you to exit. And when you stay too long, the attitudes start to rub off on you. And you get all caught up in that excitement. But I want to let you know, if God is speaking to you, that it's time for you to go. It's time for you to go. And my advice to you is to leave before this stuff gets real, before it gets real deep and real out of control. And you have to check yourself into recovery, because you've become addicted to that lifestyle. You've become addicted to whatever little feel and thrill, or you were trying to prove a point. No one's running me off. It's not a matter of them running you off. It's a matter of you being in the place that you're supposed to be. So the first step to recovery is admitting you have a problem, admitting that it's time for you to go. Admitting that it's time for you to do what you need to do. The next thing is to check yourself in, triage, to discover what is it about you. In triage, they take your temperature, they gauge, they ask you what's going on. It's time for you to go into triage, to figure out what the issue is, and to receive that diagnosis, and to receive that plan of treatment. And once you receive that, you have your release date. It's time for you to leave. It's time for you to walk it out. Let it go. Tell them bye. You'll see them later. This is Monica